Since the dawn of time, fandom has been built on one strong foundation, and that is fanfiction.
Fair.
Because, like, no matter what, like, you can say, oh, the art's good, but, like, I know the first fandom was, like, Star Trek and stuff like that, and they could only be sustained off fanfiction, because ain't no one out there drawing Picard, you know, in, like, graphic details. Not in the beginning age of the internet. No.
Because fanfiction, you could do anything.
Yeah, that's right, and you don't need that much skill to, like, make it look presentable.
You don't even need to write well.
You just need a typewriter, yeah.
You just need a good idea.
Hi, I've read about 5 fanfictions in my entire life, Annie.
I think I read like 1 or 2. Minty.
That's not true. I know you definitely was on fanfiction.com at one point.
I don't know if I was reading or skimming.
I knew that you couldn't read. What's that one when you can't read?
Dyslexic.
No, the one where you, like, half of America is this. A little behind the scene. I, like, literally cut the film and, like, was like, what's the word? And, like, Minty knew the whole time. This is me off.
I only said it because then I realized, oh, what you were looking for.
Illiterate is the word.
I was thinking of illegible for the longest time. And I was like, it's not legible. America's handwriting is illegible.
So welcome to FunUntitled, where we serve every podcast with an illiterate FU. So we're going to go over some fanfiction tropes, and we'll both go boot or toot if we like that trope.
Okay.
And, you know, I don't read a lot of fanfictions, like I said. It's very hard for me because, like, I don't visualize anything in my head, so I'm literally just looking at words on a page.
And I visualize too much, so reading takes forever, and I give up reading.
Yeah, real duality of man here.
Life is about a balance.
Alright, first trope. Do you like reading, or hypothetically like reading, lovers to enemies?
No, I think I like it the other way around. Or if they go like from lovers to enemies back to lovers.
Well, I don't know. Katra and Shira from Adore. That's her name. Katra and Adore from Shira. You didn't like that.
Oh god, I hate that show. And I hate that couple. Fucking that show. That's why I'll never do an episode on that or Voltron.
Do one mega Voltron episode of Netflix cartoons that fandoms got way too big.
No one even talks about Voltron anymore.
Sasuke Naruto's a good lovers to enemies to lovers. Fun fact, Sasuke, he thinks Naruto kissed him intentionally. And Shikamaru's like, yes, he did.
What?
Yeah, in the anime, Shikamaru's the one that pushed him. When the manga is some random guy.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. And then Sasuke's like, his kiss tastes like miso. I have no idea why the fuck he did that.
I think it's way too much ramen.
Next trope, royalty AU. Where, like, one might be a king, one might be a queen, one might be a knight. Someone's royal in this AU.
I don't know if I really care for the AUs that much. I'm going mid. Is it mid?
Tier. Yeah.
We have a yay, nay, and a mid.
Alright. I mean, don't you love thinking about the geopolitics of, like, a character ruling their own land and how they would do it?
I think it's like if they kind of had that dynamic already, then you just change it to royalty AU, then maybe I could see it. But if you're like Naruto and Sasuke, one's a king and one's a peasant, that's kind of weird to me.
Alright. What about fluff fanfiction? Define fluff for the audience?
You asking me?
Yes.
This was your episode idea. I don't know.
Why?
I mean, I assume fluff just means like wholesome romance stuff.
Yeah, fluff gives you that fluffy feeling inside of just like warm vanilla shit.
I go like between mid and yeah, because it's like yeah, because of course it's cute, and so why wouldn't you like it? But mid like a little on the boring side.
I think if like you're reading something dark like Berserk, fluff fanfiction is really nice.
Oh sure, right, the contrast.
Yeah, okay. What about baby/pregnancy fictions?
Now if we're just talking about a normal pregnancy under normal circumstances, yeah, I think that could be cute.
Well, if we're talking about Jesus, how he came out of nowhere, that would be pretty cool. I read so many Gray and Juvia baby fics, and like all of it was just Juvia left for the day and Gray does not know what to do with this man in his house. It's like, what do you want? Taxes? And the baby's like, goo goo gaga. And I'm like, that's stupid. That's like the stereotype that, you know, men don't take care of their kids.
I think that's more like domestic.
Well, it's still baby fic.
I guess so.
Well, what do you think about that kind of like, this is going next gen?
I like making my own next gen. I don't like looking at other people's next gen.
Why is that? Yours always superior.
I mean, I don't necessarily know if it's superior. It's just like I go for what is personally less cringy for me. I'll end up reading someone and then you find it cringy moment. You're like, nah.
I love next gen. I love reading other people's next gens. I love criticizing them. No, that's not what happens. Or that's the most basic take you could have ever done. I cannot tell you how many shitty self-insert next gens I've had to read. Oh, this is, you know, like Alexander Hamilton's daughter. She's, you know, she doesn't go by any genders and she wears a binder even though this is like the 1800s. This is very fun for me to see how other people project their trauma and not know how to make kids.
Oh, gross.
Alright, now this one I'm gonna have to define. Hanahaki AU.
I know what that is.
Okay, define it then, bitch.
I don't know if it's unrequited, but it's when you like someone so much that flowers come out of your mouth.
Yeah, your lungs get filled with flowers, so you kind of just spit out petals. And it's like, I think it's called the Hanahaki disease, where like you have to confess if you get the flowers in your mouth. It's the only way to make it go away.
I hate this.
Okay,
Where did it come from?
But did you like the art?
Don't get me wrong, I've seen some good art and some cute comics, but overall, I would say like if we had to delete one, this might be one of them. Because even though there's like other like cringier ones or some that are like just kind of unsatisfying, this one just makes no sense whatsoever.
I think it was really stupid, the one I saw. I forget what couple it was, where like this one guy like, oh, I got flowers falling out of my mouth. I gotta go tell the other person, but what if they say no? So they both like meet up and they both reveal that they're both spitting up flowers. And I'm like, oh geez, man, how you guys living your lives? How you gonna eat soup?
All I ever see is like one has to avoid the other person, and it's kind of like just weird, you know?
Alright, what do you think about secretly dating fanfiction?
This one I think is very interesting. This one I like would want to see more of. Cause like I think in my head it could be good, but then like like I want to see. I mean, I'm not a reader, so I'm not gonna go read, but like watch how this could develop to be like something funny, something cool, something like you could do anything with this.
Well, what do you think about fake dating AU? As an asexual person, I feel like all the relationships I write kind of has the vibe of fake dating. Like yes, I do find this person attractive, of course.
I don't think I'm the biggest fan of fake dating because it has like somewhat of a tsundere component to it.
There has to be, in order for fake dating to work IMO, you have to be jealous at one point and be like, oh, why do I care if my fake girlfriend's looking at another guy? Am I developing feelings?
Yeah, that's another component I don't really care for. I just upfront do it.
Meanwhile, secretly dating's like, tee-hee, we're boning on the side. They don't know.
Exactly. Like, they're just lying to other people.
It's kind of like Chandler and Monica and Friends.
I think that was the first example you have in an anime-based podcast.
No, because like I always think of that scene, Chandler's like, okay, bye everyone, and he kisses Monica goodbye, then he realizes, oh shit, so he has to kiss everyone else on the mouth and then leave, and I'm like, damn straight, Chandler Bing.
That show is really good.
What do you think about canon divergent fics?
No, I don't like anything divergent from canon. I don't like any self-indulgence. I'm okay if you're like, this one, oh, I'm thinking of Fix-It Fic.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Fix-It Fic, I'm okay, because they're like trying to like, fill in the missing blocks.
Yeah.
But I don't like making your own rules and like saying like, oh, my story's now better.
Yeah. That's I feel like the My Hero Academia fans sometimes did that too much. I've always said it on this podcast, I hate the My Hero Academia fandom.
We're not making a fandom episode.
I didn't say it. I just gonna drop it here and there. What do you think about crossover fics? I like crossovers, but just for the Pokemon ones.
I was gonna say like, I like any Pokemon ones. Like that's kind of obvious, right? Because that's always cute. But I don't know. Sometimes you see one and it's either like a character just replaced another character in the series. And it's like you didn't want to like make it their own.
I know a lot about Fairy Tail. Okay, I'm not hidden that fact. And like so many people are just like, oh, this person is now Lucy joined the Fairy Tail guild. Now, make your own guild, make your own magic, make your own plot. You dumb piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, right. So it's kind of like,
That does remind me of another type of fic that people have of what if Blank was the main character instead? And like an interesting take of like, what if like, let's just say Sakura took charge instead of Naruto.
I'm okay with that as long as it's not like, oh, now Sakura is the one with the Kurama in her bed. You know what I mean? Like then there's no real point to doing that. But you're just like doing like Sakura's story and Sakura's side. It could be a little bit more interesting, but it's gotta be the right character. Sakura wouldn't be that right character.
And it's hard to pick any character really to replace the protagonist. I guess maybe Kachan from My Hero Academia.
He could do it, yeah. Even Todoroki.
Todoroki, yeah. Alright, love triangles. Thoughts?
There has never been a very good love triangle because there's always... It's really obvious who the main couple is going to be at the end. I've also been looking into more polyamorous stuff, so it's kind of like I'm more into that than I am love triangles. Because again, I don't like the jealous aspect.
I mean, like, what's the appeal of jealousy? Just being like, ooh, this guy's gonna fight for me.
I'm not sure. I feel like when I was younger, like it was kind of obvious. Like jealousy is like a clear sign that like person A likes person B. But it's like jealousy goes so hard into being like not healthy. That's almost like, I don't need this sign. I need you to find like healthier ways of showing love.
Okay, what do you think about about slow burn.
Don't even talk to me about slow burn.
Alright.
Fairy Tail is like the worst slow burn in the world.
Fairy Tail's not even fucking slow burn. Fairy Tail is like a cock tease constantly. Because they're always like, I love this person. Will you tell them you love them? No. It's like, why? Because I'm like 20. I have other shit to do. And I'm like, that's not slow burn then. You know you love them. You're just not communicating, you dumbass.
I don't know. I feel like it's a big part of slow burn.
Maybe. But props to Gaji and Levy for getting it on and canonically having sex. You know, only whores I respect. Alright, what do you think about high school AU? And for that matter, college AU?
Is that kind of like as like modern AU?
I think kind of, yeah. It's the Naruto ending for Shippuden.
It's the Demon Slayers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I think even Attack on Titan has one.
Yeah.
Like this is junior high.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, I like the idea of modern AU as long as like everyone's not just a teacher.
But you gotta do like college AU, you get to figure out everyone's major. I see a lot of One Piece college AUs, which I'm like, I don't think Luffy would be in college. And he would definitely not be in the same college as Robin.
You know what? College AU I think is more fun because everyone has a different major. They meet up in like weird ways. Because high school is like, oh, you're all high school classmates. But like college is like maybe somebody just works on campus, right? Like they just do like a food truck and someone maybe just lives nearby and maybe someone's just a bum. And you know what I mean? Like there's so much things happening in college that there's much more interesting dynamics and how people meet and how to get along and where they're forced to be together.
I mean, this one's kind of... The next one on the list is the heist fic. And I'm like, ain't no 13-year-old girl out there is writing an accurate heist fix. I don't care how many times you watch Ocean 11.
Some people really like the game Payday.
So we're gonna skip that one. Okay, this is a very popular fic that I've seen. It's like Kaito Kid vibes. It's Phantom Thief and Robber.
Oh.
Cop and Robber.
Yeah. I mean, foils, right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a foil?
And like, you know, teasing the cop, being like, tee-hee, I left this calling card for you.
Especially after watching White Suit for me. Or White Collar. Kind of like that dynamic more.
Did we ship them?
Not in White Collar.
Okay.
But like other ideas.
Alright, so this top mid?
Oh, like Nay.
Oh, nay, you don't like it?
No, I mean, we'll talk about heist fic, you know?
Oh, okay, Aang fix.
You know, I would say before I didn't really like Aang, but when you see all the Silvics of one of them dying and they said they had a promise to like be together and you know, like some of them kind of really can tug on you. But I think overall, I would say Nay, it's not for me. I've just seen some really good ones.
Now, this is a weird one at IMO. It's a hurt comfort fix. I've never actually read any of those kind.
I think it's basically just having a caretaker or someone who cares that you're like hurt or something.
Oh, so like a weird form of therapy?
Not necessarily like therapy, just maybe you got into a car accident, you're in the hospital, and then they like, you don't expect anyone to visit you, then someone does, and you're like, oh shit.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Yeah, I mean, it could be cute.
See, in my head, I'm like, I don't read a lot of fanfics. I read a lot of comics, but so I'm like, yeah, I think that could be cute.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, would you read a fic with an unhappy ending? I think gotta be a real sadist for that one.
I think I could if it makes sense. Like if it's just to have the character die, just to have the character die, then that seems like, well, why the hell would I read it? I'm not exactly sure what the answer is. I just don't think it's like an absolute no.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say nay overall.
I don't trust you whores to write a sad story without making it cringe. You 14-year-olds. I'm just assuming all these people are like kids, by the way.
I'm sure there's gotta be some amazing 20, 30-year-old writers, but we don't read it all, so.
Like, what do you think about holiday fics? I think it can be kind of cute, but at the same time, like, it's really based off the writer's interpretation of what the holidays are, and so it's kind of like generic or very personal.
I mean, kind of, right? Because I was thinking, like, okay, if it's like Christmas, that's like I'm over it, right? Maybe you do something a bit more special, like Ramadan. I'm like, okay.
You couldn't even say like Valentine?
No, I mean, because Valentine would fall under Christmas, right?
Okay.
The easy American white people holidays. It's easy to do, the kind of generic. If you do something more like exotic, then it's like, okay, like a little bit more interesting. But I feel like unless the show has like their own personal holiday, like a winter solstice or like a Festivus, then that would be really cool to see. And like you kind of like expanding on a holiday.
Okay. Alright, this is the one that I like the most in fan fictions, the soulmate AU. I'm
Ooh.
talking about you see the world in black and white, but once you meet your soulmate, everything goes in color. I'm talking about you have a tattoo on your arm of the first thing your soulmate will ever say to you. I'm talking about all that jazz for soulmate AU.
I do like the idea of a soulmate AU, but all the examples you've given me, I don't necessarily like those kind of methods. I don't know what method I do. Like, it just like those just seem so like whatever. But I like the idea of like what if you meet your soulmate and what if they like try to fight against it, but then they find out, oh wait, there's a reason why you're my soulmate. soulmate. You know what I mean?
So I'm the romantic and you're the fucked up.
I'm just saying
A
there's
little
gotta
fucked
be
up.
a little bit of tension, not just like completely like, okay, I'm just gonna give in to my fate.
I mean, like, the one I saw, the soulmate AU, were like, on their arms, like, this the word fuck. It's like, why would my soulmate ever say that to me? And then they meet the soulmate, it's like, enemy on the rival's team, and it's like, fuck! And they're both like, God damn it, we both said fuck. I read that mostly in, like, sports fan fiction. When did you ever read sports fan fiction? I don't know. Sometimes it's going to tag. Alright, so moving on, what do you think about, I don't know why this became so popular, but the flower shop owner and the tattoo artist?
People love that. That's the one AU I see like all the time. And I'm only okay with it if the if the flower shop has tattoos. Otherwise, what's the fucking point?
Well, no, the two similar in that sense. The flower shop has to trust the tattoo artist enough to be like, hey, Scoogy, could you give me my first tattoo? And the tattoo artist like, yeah, I can do it, baby.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. But sometimes they're just like, are we just playing to stereotypes that like tattoo artist is like the hardcore guy and then the flower shop is like the peace soft guy and then they just get together because again, foils. So I don't like AUs where there's like a clear stereotype going into it. Like, I wanna, like,
gotcha.
like, you want to go into like saying like, okay, here's the premise and where you're going to take me. But if the story is obvious, then what the hell's the point?
Got it. I don't care for the AU. Alright, moving on. What do you think about body swap fan fiction? You love it?
No, unless they're fucking each other.
Which could be an interesting fic in itself.
No, yeah, I mean, if it's just random people, right? Or like, even if they're like pining for each other, unless they're in the relationship.
Boy, can you tell that Minty never saw the movie Your Name?
I gotta watch that.
We do.
Every time there's like anime recommendation, Your Name is always on there. Oh, what's that one like, Ate My Pancreas or something?
Oh, that one. No, I don't think that was a good one. I think people were just shocked by the name.
Okay, I mean, but you've seen Your Name.
Yeah.
Even I, who has not seen it, have like, seen the name or seen the title, seen it being recommended by everyone.
Oh yeah, I think body swap could be fun.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people make it fun.
I guess I am always thinking about these in like romantic settings when they're not necessarily, but a lot of these fics, have
Shipper goggles.
yeah.
Okay, what do you think about arranged marriage, AU?
Originally I wasn't like for this, but I think lately it's another one of those like secret dating where I want to see more of this. I want to see like the interarranged marriage, and whether they accept it or not, they learn to like adapt to it and like find out like that actually this surprisingly works for them, or like they're like just totally into arranged marriage. Like they're just like, okay, logistically on paper it makes sense and we both agree to make it work, and then it just doesn't work. Because sometimes I feel like relationship, it's like a mental game where it's like you have to mentally make it work. You can't just mentally think everything's just gonna fall into place. Like you have to work for it, and I feel like in an arranged marriage kind of situation, that's kind of what it's about. At least that's what I would hope to see, I guess.
I'm always just shocked when I learned that Beauty and the Beast was a story told to French girls so that girls would get used to the idea of arranged marriages to like quote-unquote monsters.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Alright, next trope. I'm not going to dwell on that. Supernatural / paranormal AU, where everyone's a supernatural creature or they're really into the show Supernatural.
This one's kind of like crossover for me, where if you're gonna do it, then make it make sense. Don't just make everyone a vampire. Otherwise, what's the fucking point of that?
Just say you don't like Vampire Night.
Well, I mean, no, I don't like Vampire Night. I'm just saying, like, don't just go to the obvious answers, or you just like vampire aesthetics, so you're gonna make like Sunshine Boy into a vampire.
Okay, this is the one I don't really get. I see it a lot, but coffee shop AU.
I don't get this one either.
It's like, oh, the erotic sexual tension of a guy writing your name wrong on your cup.
Or like they write their number on the cup, and it's like, what kind of 5-second connection could you have made?
I hate it.
I like the ones where it's like someone who's a writer, he always comes to that coffee shop and, he just gets to know the staff and he gets really friendly with one of the staff and they end up starting a relationship because of that. Like something grew out of it, but not like, but most of them is pretty shallow, the whole name writing on the stupid cup.
What do you think about Celebrity AU?
I have no thoughts. I've never seen Celebrity AU.
I think it's either, they're all celebrities. Like, the number one I've seen is like they're all influencers and they're like trying to collab with each other.
Yeah.
But I think another one is the whole like the people on a movie set. And
I like movie set. Okay, I do like the backstage AU one.
Is it weird that Seven Deadly Sins had a whole manga for that AU?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's just like, I didn't read it, but like, Seven Deadly Sins had some weird spin-offs. Like, there was one that like no one scanned, so I couldn't read it, where like King was a manga artist. And I think he was drawing out the Seven Deadly Sins. And like everyone else, all his friends was just like people helping him with inspirations.
Oh, kind of Zaki-kun, huh? I like those ones because I think I saw like a My Academia one where there's just like all these kids kids and they're like, oh yeah, dude, go fly, you know? Like they're literally just having fun while working.
I like the ones where like it's supposed to be a dramatic scene, but behind the scenes and someone keeps laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be our last one. It's not a good one, but I feel amiss if we don't talk about it for a bit. What do you think about ABO? Now that's
That's the one you want to end with,
that's
ABO.
okay, that has to be like one of the most popular fan fictions, you have to admit. Well, basically, in a world where I think it's just men, they could have women. I don't know, it just seems like it's men to me. Well, you have alpha, betas, omegas. Alphas can, it's like the biggest of the group, and they have to protect the betas. No, omegas, I think. And omegas are breedable and they need to be protected by the alpha. But then alpha goes into like weird alpha heats, and like omegas have to be like, no, I'm in danger. And betas are like, okay, well, I'm just here.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me whatsoever. It's just gay.
It's just gay. And for trans men to be like, okay, I can get pregnant if this guy in this ABO fic can get pregnant.
Oh, okay.
So let's just see our stance on the count of 3. We are neutral on ABO.
I'll say nay.
Alright, fine.
It's just weird and I don't read it. I mean, all our opinions really mean nothing.
I wish there wasn't so many rules to ABO, you know? I wish I could make my own rules.
No, you're not allowed to.
Okay, look, this is my rule. This is my suggested ABO, okay? I never understood beta, that's why. Because I feel like there's like diet alphas. So alphas are still like, you know, dominant in the pack. Omega is still the sub. But betas all have a gun. And they can shoot one person in their lifetime without any bullet or trace of them.
There's one purge rule they get to break. Or I guess like turn on.
Alright, thanks for joining us. If, you know, we didn't mention your favorite fanfiction trope, maybe you didn't have good fanfiction tropes you like. After that, you're nasty.
You don't read enough to know.
I know all of them. Alright, bye.